If you've never paid fare for anyone, you've never paid school fees for anyone, you've never bought for anyone food, you must pay a price for your generation. That one, you don't just get it by consecration. You get it also by believing in people. And believing in people is not words, it's investing. And not investing because you're rich, investing because you have a burden. They say, a poor man who loves you will give you everything. A rich man who doesn't love you will only give you something. Let me repeat. A poor man who loves you will give you everything. A rich man who doesn't love you will give you something. So it's not about substance. When I wanted to buy the machine for I Speak, I needed some money. And I shared with one of my friends. He's called Pastor Joseph. It's not that he's a millionaire. But I shared with him and he gave me 300,000. Because at that level, he was not giving me money. That's love. They say when someone gives you water in a hotel, that's hospitality. When they give you water at home, that's kindness. When they give you water in a desert, that's sacrifice. So there's a level where this thing called sound, while some of you would want influence and to impact people, the question I would ask you, have you ever gone to any primary school and give them trees? Or just said, I want the class for candidates, I want to buy all of them success cards and give them some cash to buy bread? Do you have a mark in your life where you've paid a price for a generation? I keep saying this story, that there is a time in my house I lived with 17 people. Some of them are here. 17. Every day people are waking up and we're eating. And out of 17, we had 15 boys. So you wake up, 15 people are waiting for you to provide. Some were older than me. For 3 years, I paid fare for people to go to church. And every Sunday, we were not less than 7. Betty is here, she can bear me witness. Not less than 7 people every Sunday. Now, those things I did them unknowingly. It's not that I knew these things. But now when I look back, the levels of influence, the way they are shifting so fast, I know that there is a covenant also. Okay, let's go in the Bible. The Bible says, and David raised worthless men. So he paid a price for a generation. I need to show you patterns where you don't have to boost your content for you to get leads. There's another shortcut of paying a price for your generation. It's a longer one, but it's a good one. That means you'll have to sacrifice your weekends. The weekends that were for washing clothes, you'll have to go for missions and talk to people. You'll have to counsel people. Some of you are not therapists, but you'll need to learn to do therapy. Because people will call you and they want to commit suicide at night. So your reasons even for asking for wealth will change. Because it will not be about wealth now for yourself. Some of you need to pay rent for people. People who genuinely love God, but because they don't know principles, they are suffering. So there is a place of covenant. You cannot just speak to a generation, you wake up and then a generation listens to you. There are marks of a generation, and you must be ready to invest in that. Now, you can't do that when you're selfish. Generosity is actually for your advantage. Generosity is not for the other person, it's for your advantage. Because generosity is telling God, this is not enough. Now, here, there's something called the spirit of isolation that can attack you. Either you are bitter or you're angry, so you stay separate from people. Therefore, you miss the blessings of a generation. Let me explain. There's a place where you can get into depression and anxiety and say, I don't want to attend any events. I don't want to meet people. So what you'll be doing, you'll be denying yourself something called the sound of a generation. Because you might be called for a generation, but you don't interact with a generation. So on the days that you're supposed to speak to a generation, that day, you're at home sleeping, you just say, I just want my space.